Now the second approximate method today we will see is Rayleigh-Reed's method. This method actually previously for free single degree of freedom cases we have seen as Rayleigh's method, where the fundamental used was kinetic energy maximum equal to potential energy maximum. We will use the same here, but for multi-degree of freedom we will see it. Okay. So here we have 3 point loads and the deflection is y1 at point number 1, y2 at point number 3 and y3 at point number 3. Okay. Kinetic energy, it is half m1 into v1 square, but v equal to r omega. R is y1 into omega c square. So y1 omega c, critical angular velocity, square, plus half m2 y2 omega c square, plus likewise half m3 into bracket y3 omega c square, plus half m4 into bracket y4 omega c square. Now the generalized equation here for kinetic energy we can write as half, it is constant, so we can bring it outside, and omega c square, yes, it is also constant one, so sigma I equal to 1 to n into the inside is m1 y1 square, m2 y2 square, m3 into y3 square, likewise. So mi yi square. Okay, so kinetic energy part is clear to us. Now potential energy, the fundamental equation for potential energy is mgh. Okay, so rather than using it in this form, okay, let us use it in this mgh form. So it is equal to half into m1 g into y1 plus m2g y2 plus likewise. So the answer will be, in a generalized form we can write as half g, it is outside, sigma I equal to 1 to n mass and deflection at specific location. Okay, so from this we can find out the critical speed or the angular velocities equation or the frequencies equation as omega c square, it is equal to, we can write as, this is numerator, and the remaining thing half sigma, all these things will go in a denominator. Okay, and instead of square it is square root of, in numerator this is there, so g into sigma I equal to 1 to n mi yi, and denominator part is this one, sigma I equal to 1 to n mi yi square. So this equation is a generalized equation that we will use for multi-degree of freedom when we will use Rayleigh-Reed's method. Now for potential energy we know that the equation is half kx square. Okay, or deflection, K delta square. Let me use delta. So K delta square. We know that stiffness K is force upon deflection, unit deflection. Force is m into g. Okay, so instead of K I can put mg by delta. So potential energy equation will be half mg delta square by delta. So definitely it is half mg delta. The popular equation is mgh. So some of you might have this question that why 1 by 2 have been written. So this is the answer. Okay, so the generalized equation for the critical speed or natural frequency of the particular system by using Rayleigh-Reed's method and multi-degree of freedom cases is this one. Okay, so I have used this case where the shaft is carrying two rotors, where mass of the one rotor is 100 kg and the second one is 50 kg. Overall length of the shaft, which is nothing but a cantilever beam or in a cantilever position, it is overall length is 0.18 into 12, so it is 0.3 meter, where for first mass it is 0.18 and second one is 0.12. We know that for cantilever beam cases the delta is normally written as WL cube by 3EI. Okay, so we will use L cube by 3EI. L cube by 3EI. So deflection at 0.1 due to load at 0.1, it is equal to this A, this is A and this is B. So A cube by 3EI. A cube by 3EI. Okay, what is A? A is 0.18 cube upon 3 into E is available 1.96 into 10 power 11 into I is also given to us, it is 4 multiplied by 10 power minus 7. All the units are in meter. Okay, that's good. So delta 11 is available, that is 2.47. See, all these values I have previously calculated. It is 2.47 into 10 power minus 8 meter. Now let us find out delta 22. So deflection at 0.2 due to load at 0.2. Load at 0.2. Deflection at 0.2 solely due to 0.2. We have neglected this load at point number 1. Okay, so here the length will be overall length. It is 0.3 overall length. This length we are supposed to consider. Okay, so it is 0.3 cube divided by 3EI. Denominator remains same, 0.3 cube. So delta 22 it is 1.14 into 10 power minus 8 meter. Now deflection at 0.1 due to load at 0.2 we are supposed to calculate. Likewise, and definitely it is equal to deflection at 0.2 due to load at 1, and that value is, it is equal to A cube into, see these equations are available in strength of material, so you can refer strength of material, some good author's book. So A cube into 3L minus A, the denominator is 6EI, and that value is 4 4.95 into 10 power minus 8 meter. Okay. So these values are available. Now why I have calculated? Because I need deflection y1, y2, y1, y2. So the equation for y1, these deflection, so that y1 is equal to mass m1 into g into delta 11 plus deflection at 1 due to point load at 2, that is because of point load at 2, m2g. Okay, put m1 100 kg into 9.81 into delta 11, it is 2.47 into 10 power minus 8 plus m2 is 50 kg, 9.81 delta 12, it is 4.95 into 10 power minus 8. So we will get value y1 is equal to 0.486 into 10 power minus 4 meter. Likewise y2, let us calculate y2. It is equal to deflection at point number 2 due to load at 2 plus deflection at point number 2 due to load at 1. Okay, so load at 2 is what? m2g, and load at 1 is what? m1g. When we will put the values, respective values, we will get y2 in meter. Definitely it is in 10 power minus. When this y1 and y2 is available, the final equation will be omega c is equal to the critical speed or the critical frequency. That value is omega c is equal to square root of 9.81, numerator is this 9.81 into summation of m1 y1. What is m1? m1 is 100 kg. This it is 100 kg into y1 is, yes, it is available to us, plus m2 50 kg into y2 is also available to us, we have calculated it. Denominator is summation of mi yi square. So m1 is 100 into y1 square plus m2 is 50 y2 square. When we solve it, see why I have written y1 and y2, because those values are available. y1 is 0.486 into 10 power minus 4 and y2 is 10.48 into 10 power minus 5. 10.48 into 10 power minus 5 meter. When we insert these values here, we will get critical speed or the frequency. Critical speed of this particular shaft is 358 or 354.95 radian per second. It is also called transverse frequency of this cantilever beam or cantilever shaft that carries to rotor. Okay, so with the help of this particular equation or Rayleigh-Reed's method, you are able to solve so many problems.